Hello there. Happy Monday. Today is another Monday and my every other week Facebook Live event. I'm Dr. Shiroko, owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center, author of the book Healing When It Seems Impossible: 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And today I'm going to talk about PMS and menstrual problems in younger women. So not necessarily perimenopause, although in early perimenopause you can have some of these symptoms start to begin. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what are the symptoms of PMS and what you might experience, and then talk about what that means in Chinese medicine, and then I'll talk about how to create solutions for it. So, starting with what are the symptoms. So, when you have PMS, usually you'll have like really bad cramps, bloating, symptoms before your period where your mood can be up and down. You can be irritable or depressed. It can be anywhere from the day of ovulation until the day your period starts, or a few days in advance. You get really bad cramps. You can have headaches, migraines, breasts tender and distended, and you can even have digestive issues that can start around the time before your period. It's really important or really valuable if you track symptoms that you have with your period timing, any symptoms ever, because it helps a person like me figure out what could be the root cause of your problem. And the real reason that we can help you is by finding the root cause of the issue. So this in Chinese medicine, the liver regulates your menstrual cycles. So I'm going to tell you about how the organs work again in Chinese medicine and what the liver has to do with your periods. So the liver regulates your menstrual cycles. It also regulates the smooth flow of energy in your whole body, the emotion of anger, and frustration, and the need to get things done. And so in Chinese medicine, the liver is sort of the organ that handles stress, because it's the organ where all our need to get things done is handled. Smooth flow of energy in your whole body is like everywhere in your body, energy has to flow all the time. And when it's out of balance, you can get like tightness in your shoulders, or migraine headaches, or tightness in your hips or legs, things like that. That's all regulated. That smooth flow is all regulated by your liver. Even like when you get cold hands and feet, if you're a younger person and you get cold hands and feet, that's because energy's not flowing smoothly. So the liver regulates all of that. And most importantly, of course, regulating the smooth flow of energy in your periods. So when you have PMS and problems with your cycles like that, it's because your liver's not working smoothly. Now, in Western medicine, of course, the liver handles all the toxins and detoxification, and I add that in my explanation of Chinese medicine's function for the liver, because the liver does so many things. So, if you're having severe PMS symptoms and you need help getting your liver balanced, it's really actually very simple. Using acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine can really make a huge difference. This is one of the areas where, probably within 1 month, I can help a person feel better, sometimes with 1 or 2 months. Because it's all about getting the energy to flow more smoothly. It also may have something to do with detoxification. So sometimes I'll have a person do just a seasonal detoxification or a 2-week cleanse or detoxification, because that also helps your liver. Other things that you can do, because Chinese medicine is not just herbs and acupuncture, it is also following certain dietary recommendations and following certain suggestions for how to live. So, if before your period you can cut out, so one of the problems with PMS, of course, is food cravings, and you start craving certain foods because you need certain nutrients in order to make your cycle go smoothly. So, one of the things that's really valuable is magnesium. Magnesium regulates is responsible for over 400 reactions in your body. It helps relax smooth muscles. So it will help release tension in your cramping and things like that because it'll help relax those muscles in your uterus. And it also helps you with your mood and energy when you have PMS. So magnesium, B vitamins, uh, getting exercise, getting consistent exercise makes a huge difference. Not eating, so avoiding certain foods. And you might notice before your period that you crave certain foods, like you might crave salt or you might crave sugar. That is also a sign of the imbalance. It's ideal if you don't indulge in those cravings because those cravings could actually make your symptoms worse, especially sugar. I have patients who cut out sugar and salty snacks like chips and processed foods and things like that, and especially during the 2 weeks before their period, and their PMS goes away completely just with that. So it can be fairly easy to solve. Now, it is more of a problem when you have more toxins in your body and in your environment because the liver handles all the toxins, and so and because the liver regulates your menstrual cycles, it can be more of a problem when you don't have when you eat certain foods that have a lot of chemicals in them. Excuse me. So another thing that you can do, and like if you have severe PMS or if you have PCOS or some of the, which is polycystic ovary syndrome, and PMS, of course, is premenstrual tension syndrome. Um, if it's really severe, it's we can start looking at what actually are your hormones. And one of the things, because of our toxic environment, so like if you live in a city, in a big city, or you live in an agricultural place where they spray a lot of chemicals on the land, you can be more exposed to estrogen compounds. Also, if you eat a lot of food out of plastic containers or microwave your food, actually, that's the thing to comment about. If you microwave your food, and it's in a plastic container, then you're getting the chemicals that are in the plastic, which is kind of estrogenic. And so one of the symptoms of PMS, or one of the reasons that PMS can get really bad, is because your estrogen and your progesterone are out of balance with each other. And so what you want to do is you want to be able to have a higher level of progesterone than you do of estrogen. And a lot of times, because of toxins in our environment, young women and many people have estrogenic compounds in their bodies that cause them to have symptoms of excess estrogen. So that really sore breasts and really bad cramping and some of those moody issues with PMS are because of that imbalance. And if just Chinese herbs and acupuncture is not enough to resolve those symptoms, then it's possible that you might need to use some progesterone cream. So progesterone cream, bioidentical progesterone cream, can also help balance your cycles so that you don't have as much PMS. And sometimes I do that with my patients who are sort of in their early perimenopause times, as their symptoms start to get worse, because it's usually not enough progesterone that is kind of leading in that direction. So let me just talk a little bit about bioidentical hormones versus synthetic hormones. So bioidentical, what that means is that their hormones are chemically the same as what your body makes. So they're identical to your biological hormones. And that is not, you can't get that from a plant or from another animal because another animal does not have the same chemistry as you. Because there's some doctors who prescribe animal ovaries, or animal thyroid or things like that, which might be very, very effective, and there is a place in it in Chinese medicine. But bioidentical hormones are hormones that are made in a lab that are chemically the same as your own natural hormones, and therefore there's a lot of science that shows this, that they can actually support your natural hormones because they're actually identical to your natural hormones. And so they help support the natural hormone production of your body. So when I suggest using bioidentical progesterone when you have severe PMS, that's what I'm suggesting, is a chemical. It's made from, actually, it's made from yams, not the kind of yams that we eat, but a certain kind of yam that has a similar thing in it to progesterone, and then it is extracted and made into progesterone. You can't eat 100 pounds of yams, will not produce the same chemicals as progesterone, although it might give you sort of a progesterone lake thing. There are other herbs too, like vitex, or what's called chaste tree berry. That is an herb that helps your body produce progesterone naturally. Again, so it's not progesterone itself, but it's an herb that helps your body have the progesterone lake quality. And so for some of my patients who don't want to use hormones, I suggest that herb. I always suggest that if you're going to use herbs, to buy organic herbs and to use them either in extracts or tinctures that have been organically produced, because anything you put in your body that is designed to help you heal, you want it to have the highest vibration possible, because everything that you do is to improve your own health. You want it to have the highest vibration. You want your food to have the highest vibration, the highest quality food that you can put in your body, and you want to do that with your supplements as well. So anyway, that is all I have to say about PMS and hormone regulation. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat and I will be happy to answer them. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.